Hey guys, this video is going to be on spacey tech. So we're going to be going over a little bit of what it takes to make a Fox or Falco meta relevant. A lot of people pick up these characters having no idea what to do, and there are a couple resources to find these things, but I figured if I can compile it in a pretty quick video, it'll be a little more accessible to everybody who's got, doesn't have 6 hours in a day to play this game. To start off, I'll be going over some Shine stuff specific to Shining, that both Fox and Falco can utilize. So to start, I'll go over with what people consider to be the most popular, or at least the most relevant one, Waveshining. So basically, if you know how to wave dash, I do have a video. If you don't, that's in the description. Basically, you jump and air dodge on the ground. What you're doing instead to get that shine out is you're pressing down B and then doing the wave dash, because shine can be canceled with a jump. Every time you jump out of your shine, you can do anything. You're completely actionable. There's no lag or anything. What I would do to practice this is first to figure out, depending on the character, get that timing down, because Fox and Falco will have different timings for their wave shines. It's just because Fox and Falco have different jump squats, which basically means when Fox and Falco jump or press the jump button, it takes different amounts of time before they both leave the ground. So it's going to be a different wave dash, therefore a different wave shine. Alright, so once you've figured out how to wave shine perfectly, or at least, somewhat consistently by yourself without touching any opponent, I would recommend doing it on a character. With Fox, I would recommend Peach most likely, just given the fact that when you wave shine Peach, doesn't go very far, and you can learn how to do things like multiple wave shines in succession, leading into combos, etc. So like you can do things like this, maybe learn how to get some extension off like that, right? Like that's something you would do in a typical match of Melee if you're consistent at it. It's a good kill confirm, and a lot of that stuff comes from the wave shines. In the case of Falco, I would generally suggest using maybe like a fast follower like Falcon to start, or Fox, just so that you can get multiple wave shines in succession. Because once you learn how to do a wave shine consistently, you can start practicing on floaties that need less of them and focus on some other aspects of the game. Because when you're comboing floaty characters, you want to know how to do all the technical stuff first so that you're not worried about 3 different things at once. So like maybe do something like this, just kind of practice your combo game on fast followers with wave shine implementation. With things like that, you can also learn how to do wave shines and then wave land on the platform, right? Like that stuff's important. And that's generally just movement based. But once you can do wave shines, that opens up a whole avenue of understanding how to perform tech. Next thing, pretty small, pretty basic. It's shield drop shining. So if you are in a situation where you're on a platform and somebody is going ham on your shield and you're not going to shine a shield because it's bad in that situation, shield drop shining is immensely faster and it's also easier. You see how fast that was? That was 1 frame. It's just the shine. All I'm doing is shield dropping, which if you don't know how to do, I do have a video on that. Links in the description. Basically, you just do a quarter circle from the right or left. If you've played fighting games, you quarter circle your analog stick while holding shield, and you drop underneath the platform. The only thing you're doing differently with the shine shield drop is you're pressing B when you do it, so you are immediately doing shine. I would definitely recommend this for literally any situation where you need an escape option. If this Marth is going on my shield and you shine, he's left over there. He's like in a completely uncompromising spot. He can't get a combo off of you. You can't slide off. You can't slide off a shine. So generally speaking, it's really good. Even with Falco, Falco's shine is a little bit smaller in terms of hitbox, but still it pops him up. So if I do like this, yeah, I'm out of that situation. It's completely and utterly one of the freest techs to do. I would honestly say it's probably the easiest thing, except for like double laser from ledge. It's ridiculous. If you can shield drop with UCF, you've got no problem pressing that B button and then just jumping. Not super difficult, but yeah. Alright, generally to practice this, I would do a couple of things. Not just do shield drop shine, because on its own, it's easy. But the only thing you can do is jump like this. And optimally, you're probably going to be better off doing other things. So what I would recommend is go from shield drop shining up, and then before you go too far above the platform, air dodge back down. You know, maybe do like it's basically like a Waveshine, but your shield button is on the platform. I would recommend doing shield and wave dash with different buttons. That's just my personal recommendation. It makes things like this much easier. But if you don't, I'm sure you can do it if you got the muscle memory for it. I do not though. So I would just recommend practicing the shield drop shine, because you're not really too worried about the hit stun too much. But if you do want to practice character hit stun right, like it could help you get the wave dash timing down for that. Pretty particular thing though. Another thing I would ask, or not ask, but recommend that you practice is doing like lower shield drop shines, because sometimes if somebody's above your platform and you want to just kind of boop them with the shine, you can kind of do that sometimes. It's a pretty low risk unless they're like ready for it. If you just kind of mix it up with like your regular shield drop aerial attacks, then you should be fine. But yeah, that's generally how I would practice it. And let's get on with the next part of the video. Alright, so next up is Shinegrab. So Shinegrab kind of skips the pressure that a lot of multi-shine, shuffle shine combos do, where you see like Hacks Money going crazy on their shield. It basically goes from shine to grab. So just to explain it real quick, in short, you're canceling your shine with a jump, and then you can jump cancel grab, which is basically canceling your jump with a grab. You're canceling the shine and then canceling the jump, and so it skips the jump and goes right to the grab. It's super effective. How I would recommend doing it personally, obviously the inputs are essentially just jump button followed by grab button, specifically Z. I would recommend using the tap jump. That's just something I've found to be far easier, because it's sort of, you get a rhythm to it. You know, you press B when you go down, and then you go up and press Z. I would practice doing it without hitting anybody, and then I would go, if you've got Uncle Punch 2.0 or 3.0, it's on both. Go to attack on shield, you know, pick a character, doesn't matter who. I would turn this out of shield option to none, just so you can practice it at first. Go up to the opponent and learn how to shine grab, and then maybe learn how to combo from there. Because obviously, this game's a little bit like cooking. You don't really learn like flowcharty combos all the time. You just learn how to do each part and then you put it together. You don't learn how to do everything at once. So in the case of shine grabbing, you want to learn how to do this, and then once you've learned how to do like an up air follow up, do them both. Figure out how to connect the pieces. Falco can do this as well. Obviously, both characters can jump cancel or shine. The only difference is Falco's purpose is not really to do some sort of fancy combo. It's really just positioning. You want to get them above you. Maybe they're shielding. Maybe they wave dashed up to you with shield, and you want to get out of their situation. So you just shine grab them. Obviously, if somebody's just going to sit in their shield, what better thing to do than just to grab them and tell them no, condition them to stop being in their shield so much. I would recommend that for sure for most situations. Alright, the final shine related tech we're going over here is Shine as Shield. Shine as Shield's pretty difficult relative to the rest of the techs, but once you figure out exactly what you're supposed to be doing, it's a lot easier to understand and comprehend how to use it. So basically all it is exactly as the title describes. If you're in shield, you know, any position, and you jump and press down B really fast, you get a shine. Right? So the utilization of this at base level, like when you're first learning how to use it, generally it's just to get somebody off of you. Say this Falco's like all up in my business, right? They're attacking me, and you do that, you're putting them in knockdown, which means they got attack or, you know, attack away, do something, and they're away from you. They're no longer in your vicinity. In cases like such as floaty characters like Peach or whatever, you can wave shine them off of you. They're not going to get knocked down, but sometimes you can convert that into a combo. So that's something that a lot of other people like to utilize it for. Once you've mastered this tech by itself, you can start practicing wave shining towards or away from your opponent, mostly towards, just so that you can start converting and punishing people with your out of shine options. See, something like that. It's pretty effective. You can get like other things such as grabs, you know, whatnot. It really just depends on how good you are at it. I've not really been using the controller too much, so I'm having difficulties with it. But that's generally the consensus. You're going to want to learn how to do things like that with Fox specifically. In the case of Falco, his is smaller, but it still kind of gets a similar thing across. See, you can start combos. If you're playing as Falco, not as hard to do, just because this jump is a lot slower, and you can sort of figure out what you're supposed to be doing with it. So I would suggest, you know, trying to figure out how to wave shine out of shield, and then learning how to convert that into other combos that you would do not in shield, because that's the only hard part. Once you can get that shine out of shield out of the way and start into a combo, this is just back to square one. You already know what to do and you're all set to go. That's just general grindy things that you would do, you know, maybe in the lab, to sort of figure out how to utilize Falco's shine like that. People like to call this move busted, and those are some of the reasons why, just these techs in general. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you got any recommendations for other characters I should do, make sure to leave those in the comments as well. And I will see you guys in the next video.